what is today is the Saturday the 24th, April. I just took a walk around, took a video of the demolition next door. I think they've got it as demolished as it's going to get. Still a lot of cleanup to do. And I heard that they're actually going to be rebuilding a new house on the same site using the same foundation, I think. So it's not going to just sit there looking like how it looks. So that'll be nice, but it will need construction. But luckily it's on the other side of the house, so I won't have to hear too much, but I'll just have to be a little bit more wary of nails, so getting a flat tire or something. Because construction sites, and just even when construction's close by, I seem to pick up nails, get flat tires. So anyway, and I will write about this story later, about the whole work release thing. Apparently they're no longer going to be going to Albanil. The work release program has decided on its own that their people have been abusing the system and are not trustworthy to be able to make the trip to Albanil, attend a meeting for recovery, and come back without supervision or on their own recognizance. People have been taking advantage and getting into additional trouble and doing things that they're not supposed to be doing when they've been given the privilege of going to a recovery meeting and taking advantage of it. And then when they're at the meeting itself, they happen to, not all of them, well, a fair number aren't treating it with respect and seriously. It's just a game. It's just part of the game that they're playing, and they are only being so kind as to tolerate the rest of us. So, or something like that. I don't know how people think. So, I mean, there are a genuine few, I'm sure, that would like to take it seriously, but they can't because they have to probably maintain some illusion of, oh, this is a joke, and these poor people, they're, who knows? I don't know. But there was one guy, because I just found out about work release yesterday, that they're not going to be coming. And I was wondering why it was so nice of a meeting yesterday. It's because work release people weren't there. We actually had a smaller number of people, but it was a more organized, well, I don't know. It felt better for me, selfishly. I felt less stressed and overwhelmed. Just fewer people, and it wasn't so crowded, and it just didn't feel like so many. There was just so much less distraction and noise. So it's better for me. And but then today at work, a guy that I didn't really even connect the dots because I have difficulty with context, and he had to tell me, where he knows me, and I didn't know him until he told me where. He's like, oh, and I know you from Albany. And I was like, and that started the wheels turning. I was like, oh, well, I guess you do look familiar then. It's like, I had to really stretch because I don't really pay attention too much to what people look like, I guess. Unless I have a reason to, or I get, because the less I get to know people, because they just revolving door in and out of work release, so it's like, I don't want to really get to know them because I'll get attached or emotionally invested or whatever. So I just keep them as blank-faced as possible in my memory. So that way when I don't ever see them again, I don't even remember their name or what they look like or anything about them. They're just, people that occupy the room. Anyway, I don't know if that's good or bad. But there's a few that they eventually register, but they have to stick around, they have to talk, and they can't just, fill space and expect me to notice and care about them if they're just filling space. Anyway, this guy, he was just a space filler, but he got my attention today at work, and I did vaguely remember his impression of how he looked. And, and I had seen him around the store, so I kind of remembered him more from seeing him around the store. That was my context. But he started telling me about his story and how work release, and I was like, oh yeah, I just found out about that yesterday. And I was like, is that a permanent thing or is that a temporary? He's like, it's going to be, he sounded like he thought it was going to be permanent for the time being. And so he began going off on his excuses about this and that and how, he did have the foresight and courtesy to not want to talk to me at work, because people might see him and be like, oh, how do you know Eric? And then he wouldn't know what to say or something. I don't know. And I just let him know that it was okay, and I don't really care. People can think what they want. Some people know, some people don't, and some people just have weird ideas. It's like, for all they know, I don't care. But I don't pretend at illusions, and I don't make up stories. Whatever people want to throw out there, or believe on their own without investigating, that's on them. People ask me a question straight up, I will answer it straight up. But people like to believe whatever they want. I don't care. Whatever. So I almost invited him to, like, here's my phone number, but I'm not going to do that. I don't want to do that. I mean, it's available. It's not like it's hidden or anything. Anybody can have my number, But I just don't want it to become a thing where I'm all of a sudden this guy's best friend and I feel obligated to take care of him at the store during work hours. It's like, no. I mean, if it's an emergency, I can talk to you for a little bit, but I'm not going to be held hostage. And I'm also not the Kroger addiction counselor either. So, and I don't think management would kind of like that too much. So, anyway, that was interesting. On the other thing that occupies my mind most of the time, a great deal, still haven't really gotten feedback. There is some feedback, but it's non-specific. It's very generalized in the form of poetry, and it's not to me. So it could be about anyone or anything in any situation, in any context or imagination. It is, to me, arrogance and hubris to assume it's anything to do with me. Like, how do I come up with that? What chain of thoughts and feelings over the course of time have led me to believe that it is about me? I just naturally assume it's about me. It could be the conclusion or poetry or thought patterns based on any number of people or conversations that I don't know about. It could be about anybody. Who am I? So that's, I mean, I asked specific questions, and I haven't gotten any answers, because those are the questions I wanted to know. It's like, who am I? What is the nature of this? What is this? What are we doing? Who am I? And haven't gotten any answers. So I don't know what that means. So the previous couple of videos were like, kind of hinting at waiting, and it's like expecting to get some sort of answer, and then the next video being very sad, or like this, or something. Yeah, well, there's no end to neutrality going on, whereas like I just don't know. Let's see, since January, when I started making these videos, I didn't know then. And do I know any more now? Do I know any better now? No, not really. My feelings have gotten more confused, more strongly confused. Adamantly I don't know. I don't have the words right now. I just got off work. I'm tired. This is a stretch for me. And I'm in the, just emotional no man's land. Just, I don't even know where I am. And it's like, help, but no one can help. And I can only ask for help. And if I ask for help, then I get, it's like, I don't know. So I'm doing the best I can. And I guess, without communication, that's the thing. It's like, without communication, got nothing. Without conversation, I have no idea. And if I ask questions and I don't get a response, then I'm supposed to guess? I'm guessing at reality. And it's like, I might be accidentally providing them with what they want, and that's enough. But is it enough for me? Being a phantom, being a ghost, being a dream that speaks. But, I'd like to be more real, have a voice, have an image even. But I'm not allowed. I'm not supposed to be real. Or something. That's what it feels like. I'm not supposed to be a real person. I'm supposed to be a pretend, imaginary friend. And be on a shelf. And like it, like stay in your spot. And if I move on the shelf, then that's bad. So I'm supposed to have my place and stay there and behave or something. I don't know. It's very strange. So, and all of it's just, my perception of just patterns over a long period of time, long enough. Whereas, like, I don't know what to make of things and how a person thinks, and I'm just grasping at straws, trying to find like any sort of, I'm looking for reality, and I cannot find it. Like, if we ever were on the same page, it's like I lost it. I am somewhere else. And it's like speaking the same language, but we're using different metaphors, and yeah, it's kind of scary. So I think there might be something else going on, and I don't know about it. So I'm just kind of going back to detachment mode, becoming disassociated, just disassociating my own feelings, and because I already mentioned just outright that I was, my feelings were compartmentalized and sequestered. Or I was like, I have them, but I just don't talk about them because my feelings are unwanted. I'm not supposed to have them because they don't like being felt about that way. So, yeah, and I can't help myself from feeling how I feel, so I just stop talking about it. But I let the cat out of the bag. No, I still feel that way. So anyway, disassociation from my own feelings. It's probably not healthy, but I take care of it. I write about it, and I do this. Makes it real. See, that's the thing, is I need it to be real, and it has to be real. Otherwise, I don't know. And it's just like, is it just my imagination? Because I could just be imagining the whole thing, and then there's the whole what is real, and it's really playing into my difficulties with reality that already exist. And it's like, that's really it just makes it difficult. It's like I need people to be real. And, part of that is reliability and stability and that contact. I need, that sort of contact. And if that's just, I need people to be there. So anyway, but like I said, I don't even know if anything was even about me or is about me. It's been 5 days. So, and I've just kind of shut down. When in doubt, shut down. It's like, I don't know where I am. Am I supposed to? I don't know. I am thoroughly lost somewhere. It's like, could I get a script, please? Line. I feel that I'm wanted as long as I play along. If only everyone would behave the right way, everything would be okay. But people don't do that. I don't do that. There's concessions and compromise that go along with everything. It's like, it can't be the whole thing. Yeah, compromise is a great idea as long as somebody else is doing all of it. If there's no cooperation, then what is there? So, I think it's just communication problems. And I can't fix it on my own. I know I think I'm wanted to get it, to understand, without it having to be explained to me. But I'm guessing at reality. So, I'm not going to say any more. Just to be safe. 20 minutes.